Hey everyone, welcome back to Poplar Ridge. Today we're going to be working on building a new picnic table. This one we have has seen better days and it's time to get replaced. This is something my wife's been wanting for a while now, and it actually showed up on her Christmas list. I doubt she thinks she's getting one, but I do have the lumber already purchased, and I'm going to see about trying to get it put together, or at least started today. So I'm going to bring you guys along, and hopefully she doesn't see this video or find out about it before Christmas time. But the picnic table we're going to be building today is not very complicated. It's something you can do at home. I'll try to give you a rundown of the materials I'm using, and just kind of show you the process and bring you along for the ride today. Okay, so I went through and I sorted out my lumber. I've picked the 5 best 2x8s that I have for the top of this picnic table. I've got them laid out here with the best side facing down because that'll be the top, and we're gonna cut some cleats to go across here to support the top and tie it all together. I have the top spaced with a nail in between each board just to give it even spacing and to give the water somewhere to go if it were to rain or something were to get spilled on it. Back behind this top I have a couple more 2x8s that we'll use in the process. A couple 2x4s for the cleats and bracing that'll go underneath the table. And then I have some 2x6s that we're going to use for the seats. I chose to use all treated lumber for this picnic table. You could definitely get away with just using treated on the legs, but I chose to use treated on the whole thing since it'll sit outside all the time. I've also taken the time to draw up most of what I'm going to be doing today. I've found that really saves me a lot of time and thinking if you just think through it beforehand to think about what you need. So that helps me determine how many boards I needed and what I wanted. So with the 5 2x8s spaced out with a nail here, that brings us to 37 3/8 across the top. So we're going to cut some cleats that are a little shorter than that, maybe 35 inches or so. We're going to put some angles on those cleats so that you don't bump your leg and hurt yourself when you sit down. And then after we get the top together, we'll start working on the legs. My dad showed up to save the day. Say hi to the YouTube land, Dad.
Hi, YouTube land. Should have 3-inch. I don't know if you got it.
I'm gonna look, but this is just tacking it in place for a minute.
I used 4-inch on the show.
Here, boy. Hey.
You're still working with it?
Come here. Come here. Sit down right here.
Why?
Sit down. Look up there. Wave at the YouTube people. Say hi, YouTube. You want to drill this? Huh?
Oh no.
Well, guys, here it is. The finished product. It only took about an afternoon to put this together, and with a little bit of 2x lumber from the store that you can pick up, you could easily do this in an afternoon or a weekend. This table is really sturdy. The top is made out of 5 2x8s. The seats are made out of 2 2x6s. And then there's some, the legs are made out of 2x8s. The cross bracing for the seat is made out of a 2x8. And then there's 2x4 cleats that support and hold together the seat and the tabletop. And also some 45-degree 2x4 bracing underneath to sturdy the top and to keep the legs from racking back and forth. And this thing is sturdy. It's not going to move. It is exactly 8 feet, so it's very big. You could probably almost get 10 people, 5 people on each side of this table, assuming they take up 16 or 18 inches per seat. This really wasn't meant to be a how-to video, just bringing you along for the build I did here. If you want better, examples of how to cut things and the measurements, I designed this based upon the This Old House episode. You can find it on YouTube. Just search This Old House picnic table and it'll come up. It has hundreds of thousands, if not 1 million views. I don't remember exactly, but that is what I built this table off of. 90% of the measurements and the cuts and the angles you need are in that video. The only thing that wasn't in there was the measurements for the cross bracing, and that all is dependent upon how wide your seat is and how far away from the table, this gap between the seat and the tabletop, you want it to be. So I think just about anybody could figure it out. I think it'd be a great project. Total lumber cost with screws and everything, I'm right around $200 into this, but I have a ton of screws left over, and so I would say figure on $150 to $200, and that's in COVID lumber price time. So lumber's as high as I've ever seen it, so it could only get cheaper, I would hope. Once things get better and COVID calms down and the price of lumber comes down, you could probably build this between $100 and $150. So a great little project. We'll enjoy this for a long time to come, and maybe we'll do a video painting and staining it to make it look a little nicer if that's what we decide to do, and if not, we're going to stick it out in the yard like this and use it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.